going on, everybody? It is your boy Dylan Matthews and
Symone. Jalen Mills is somebody that I get behind.
I'm not even gonna cap on DeAndre Hopkins. He has the best hands in the league.
Played through it, hobbling on back to the field.
Right. I'm saying when you one of the best teams out there, you know, the other team's division ain't got no choice but to try and get like you. You dig?
So let's get right into the video.
Let's go. All right, guys, you already know what is happening. You already know what's popping. It's time to get to them week 6, count them, 6 power rankings. And I am joined by, you know, your girl, Symone. Who else? And Symone is still flying high right now because her Eagles are still undefeated. And so I think, Symone, to go ahead and get started, I think it's pretty much pretty easy to say that we keep the Eagles at the top.
The thing is, Dylan, we got a lot of flack on TikTok for our rankings.
Really?
Yes, but I mean, TikTok, they're gonna complain about anything on TikTok. Exactly. Honestly, it's TikTok.
They're gonna complain regardless.
People were saying that the Buffalo Bills should be, even week 5, when we were week 5, after week 5, they were saying the Buffalo Bills should be number 1 over.
That's cap.
Now, Dylan, actually, so at first I was kind of thinking, I was like, okay, the Bills, even though they have 1 loss, they're still a really good team. And the reason why the Eagles being 5-0 isn't the reason why we have the Eagles number 1. It's how we're playing. If we were going just off of record, then a lot of teams would not be where they're at.
Exactly.
But Dylan, did you know when we were first talking, the game against the Cardinals, we actually blocked that field goal. It wasn't a prayer.
You blocked it.
Yes.
That changed the whole landscape of how we look at that game.
Exactly.
Now, because it's not just y'all lucked out, it's y'all made a play.
Exactly. Milton Williams had his hands on the ball. So at first I was like, okay, we just creeped out that maybe Buffalo Bills could be number 1, but no big special teams. Yeah. Exactly. So I really feel like the Eagles should stay. And then in that game too, like everybody wants to say the Bills are hurt. The Bills are missing players. So are we. Throughout that game, we were missing 3 starting offensive linemen. Jason Kelce came back in the game, but at one point we were down Landon Dickerson, Jordan Mailata, and Jason Kelce. So we're playing injured as well. Plus without our starting cornerback, it's giving number 1 energy.
Number 1 energy. So you know what? Duck with TikTok saying the Eagles are the number 1 team in the NFL right now, according to Tough Calls. And that's on period. You know what I'm saying?
So Eagles number 1. I'm still riding with, obviously, Buffalo number 2. You as well?
Yeah, I'm riding with Buffalo number 2. They did exactly what they were supposed to do it against a Pittsburgh Steelers team, 38-3. I mean, they went. Like Drake said, I'm having my way.
Yeah. So that's where, okay, so obviously, as of right now, I'm keeping the Chiefs 3, but how far down do we bump Green Bay? Like how far down?
Gotta get bumped down pretty far. I feel like
not
pretty far, but because I mean New York, I think it's more of a thing that I think New York actually might not be terrible.
Yeah.
Now, Daniel Jones isn't great, but they have a.
But also no. But
they have a really good defense.
They barely beat the Patriots and then they lose to the Giants. So that's 2 weeks of struggling.
That's true. And the Packers aren't as good as I think a lot of people think. This Packers team is just so depleted. Aaron Rodgers does not have that many weapons on the perimeter when you talk about wide receivers. He's got Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, but I mean, wide receivers go, he's got Lazard, who I think might still be hurt. And his next best option is that I don't even know his name, number 80. His last name is like Tubis or something like that. I don't even know. But that's
the biggest thing, like, because the Dolphins need to drop, the Rams need to drop, and the Packers need to drop. And honestly, the Bucks need to drop too. But how far are we dropping them? And the Jags have to drop. So I think, honestly, we need to move. Are you looking at it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
I think we need to start off by moving Dallas, and then that will kind of clear things up. I think Dallas has to get moved up. Jacksonville has to drop. Yeah. But the Giants need to move up.
Giants definitely need to move up.
So I'm going to take out the Giants. We just know the Giants need to move up somewhere. We know the Jags need to move down.
The Broncos also need to move down.
The Falcons.
The Falcons just because they still did lose and other teams.
So they staying put.
No, I think they need to move down. I think they move down a spot or two.
Okay, but who will be moving up? Okay, so let's start at the
Giants
bottom.
Moving up, obviously.
Let's start at the bottom. The Steelers need to move down.
Steelers need to move down.
The Patriots and Steelers need to swap.
Yeah, Patriots and Steelers swap. Carolina and Houston can stay the same. So we'll put Steelers at 29.
No, Steelers at 30, Patriots at 29. Steelers at 30,
yeah, my bad. Yeah, Steelers at 30, Patriots at 29. I think Commanders and Lions can stay because who did the Lions play? They played.
The Lions put up 0 points. The Lions need to go to the bottom. So now, who did the Lions play? They played the Seahawks. So now, Dylan, not only do the Lions suck defensively, now they suck offensively. So I don't.
Seahawks and Lions definitely need to swap, and the Lions need to go below the Commanders too.
The Seahawks.
Oh, I'm sorry. We already have the Seahawks above them. I'm sorry.
The Lions need to go below the Patriots.
Do they go below
Washington?
Do they go below Houston? Because Houston got their first win.
Yeah. So the
Steelers
go
below Houston?
Dylan, they have no defense, and now did they put up 0 points? Let me pull up the score.
Oh yeah, I think they got shut out. But they scored 1 touchdown. I mean, it's neck and neck between Houston and Detroit. Honestly, that's a toss-up. Okay, so
they put up 0 points. So where's that high power?
But head-to-head, who are you taking between Lions and Houston? Head-to-head,
Houston, because Lions can't stop a nosebleed. So all Houston has to do is score.
That's true enough. Okay.
So I'm putting this.
But I don't know how much Houston would stop Detroit.
The Patriots shut her out. Like, okay, now in the Lions' defense, they do have a lot of injuries. Like, I think
Swift still hurt.
Yeah, but I mean,
Brown didn't play. I don't.
No, Amon-Ra did play. He had 4 receptions.
Okay.
We'll do the Lions the favor and put them. I mean, honestly,
31.
And then where does Carolina go?
Carolina will have to go up.
Carolina doesn't have a coach.
That's true. So
I mean, all the bottom feeders. Does it really matter at the bottom?
Not really. I mean, they're all bad.
Who would you take, Detroit or Pittsburgh? I would take Pittsburgh. If you can move the ball, then you can score 50 points on Detroit.
Yeah. I say I'll take Pittsburgh. With Kenny, especially with Kenny Pickett now too. I mean, Kenny Pickett will find Deontay Johnson a couple of times.
Exactly.
Claypool, somebody.
Okay, so this is what we have, Dylan. We have Houston 32, Carolina 31. Honestly, Carolina doesn't even have a coach. Should they even be 31? But anyway, the Lions 30, the Steelers 29.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Patriots need to go 28.
So right now Washington is 28.
But Patriots need to drop. The Patriots need to drop.
No, the Patriots had a. What are the Patriots? What were the Patriots currently?
Let me see.
Starting out.
What were they? You see, what were they starting out?
What were they? What did we have them week 5?
Oh, they are 30.
Yeah, right now they're 27. So I moved them up to 27.
Okay.
So bottom up, we have Houston 32.
Yeah.
In the updated one, Carolina 31, Detroit 30, Pittsburgh 29, Washington 28, New England 27.
Okay.
Now the Jets have to jump up. I watched the Jets. Their defense is for real.
Okay.
So it's getting chunky in the middle now. Where do we want to put? Okay, how far down does Green Bay need? Where should Green Bay be now?
Green Bay, in my opinion, they should drop from 4. They should be. I think Green Bay should be 7.
Okay, and then Tampa Bay is currently 7. So where would Tampa Bay go?
Tampa Bay can move up 1 spot.
So Tampa Bay go to 6?
Tampa Bay go to 6. What do we move the Rams? Where should the Rams be? Should the Rams be? So we're keeping 1, 2, and 3 the same. Then who moves up to who's
4?
Green Bay was 4.
Maybe the Bucks.
The The Bucks move up to 4 because they have won 3 games in a row now.
Yeah, the Bucks move up to 4.
Okay,
and
so
it's still Tom Brady.
And it's still Tom Brady. Okay, so I agree with that. So Bucks move up to 4. Are the Dolphins moving down, you said?
Yes.
So
who's currently 5?
5 right now are the Dolphins.
Okay, so the Dolphins are moving down. Now who's
also moving down.
Who's our new 5?
Our new 5 probably should be
San Fran. Dare I say
new
Dallas?
5, maybe new 5, maybe Baltimore.
Baltimore
nice win over the Bengals. I mean, yeah, they got a nice one over the Bengals.
But 5 is so high for Baltimore.
I think 5 is high for Dallas.
5 is extremely high for Dallas. What was Green Bay originally?
Green Bay was 4.
And now they're 7. Nobody deserves 5.
Okay, so how about that? Should we move only Green Bay down 1, put Tampa Bay at 4, Dolphins down to
Green Bay only moving down 1 though?
I mean, they did lose to
they lost to the Giants and then they barely beat the Patriots. So you barely beat the Patriots and then you lose to the Lions. Then you lose to the Giants.
That's not the Giants are better than we think, though.
I know, but they're in Green Bay. No, the Giants are definitely better than we think, but Green Bay is also worse than we think.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They're not 5. Nobody's 5. We honestly gonna leave 5 empty.
Can't leave 5 empty.
Who's 5?
I think you could put the Ravens 5. Then you put the Ravens 5.
I can hear TikTok right now going in on us. Okay, if the Ravens are 5.
Or keep the Dolphins at 5. Or just keep the Dolphins at 5.
That was a bad law. They look so bad. Dylan, they're down to their 3rd string quarterback.
Yeah, let's say they're down to Teddy. So,
No, they're the guy behind Teddy. Teddy got hurt.
Oh, yeah, they're down behind Teddy. Yeah, that's what I meant. So, I mean, they were deflated by that.
So do you want to keep the Dolphins 6? They don't have a quarterback.
The Dolphins are at 5 right now.
So do you want the Dolphins got to drop further than 6?
That's true because they're not gonna have a quarterback, so they can keep losing probably.
The Card, San Fran, all these teams are so mid.
I think we could talk about putting San Fran 5. That's a fair discussion.
You mean 6? 5 is Baltimore right now.
Oh, so we are putting Baltimore 5? I thought we were still having our 5 debate.
Okay. 5 is hard. Like, who's the 5th best team? There really is.
Okay, so we were going back and forth between Baltimore and San Fran. Between Baltimore and San Fran, who would you take?
I never like San Fran is just one of those teams that I just don't bet against. I mean, San Fran is always a solid squad. I'm gonna take San Fran, and the Ravens defense hasn't been that great in my opinion.
But they did just hold the Bengals to
19-17. Honestly, I would take San Fran over Baltimore. So maybe Baltimore 6.
So San Fran 5, Baltimore 6.
These rankings are so bad. It's so bad.
Who moved up to 4? Tampa moved up to 4, right?
Let me see San Fran's overall.
San Fran's probably 3-2 at this point now, I think. Pretty sure San Fran is 3-2.
San Fran is first in the NFC West.
Right.
If that counts for anything.
NFC West is tough, but also.
So San Fran they lost to the Bears. They beat the Seahawks. They lost to the Broncos. They beat the Rams. So they only beat the Rams and Packers.
Rams
and Panthers. They only beat the Rams and Panthers.
Which seem like 2 more busted teams.
Yeah.
They've only really beaten busted teams, and they've lost to busted teams.
So the Ravens beat
the Bengals.
They were very much competitive with the Bills.
They were.
And they were very much competitive with the Dolphins. So
they really blew that Dolphins game. Yeah.
So let's put the Ravens 5, I guess.
Yeah, Ravens 5. But you could probably put San Fran 6. I think they deserve to be 6 over LA for sure. I mean, they beat LA head to head.
So, okay, now we have to ask ourselves, because I think the Cards might be up there a little bit. The Cards have been
They're gonna move up some, but they're not. I don't know if they're top 10 yet.
They're not. Okay, if they're not top 10, then who knows? These teams are mid. Everybody's mid. Like somebody's got to be in the top 10.
Okay, so right now we have Philadelphia, Buffalo, Kansas City, Tampa Bay. 5 is Baltimore. We lock that in.
I guess, yeah.
5 is Baltimore. 6 is San Fran. 7. I think the Chargers need to move up to 7 because they stay what? Status quo.
Hold on. I'm looking at the Cardinals right now. They beat a good Raiders team. They lost to the Rams.
So they beat a good team? Raiders?
I mean, the Raiders have talent. We can't deny that.
That's true, but what have they done?
And the Raiders got what's the score?
And the Raiders are about to get hawked by Kansas City right now.
What's the score update?
20-17.
Okay. What happened with Chargers?
Chargers won. They beat the Browns 30-28.
Okay, so
Chargers deserve to move up.
Chargers are now 8. They'll go what, 6?
They'll go 7.
We have Green Bay at 7.
We put San Fran 6. Oh,
we
put Green Bay 7.
So Green Bay is gonna be 8. Chargers.
So yeah, 6. Move Green Bay to 8.
Chargers or Rams at 6. I mean Chargers or San Fran. Who should be 6 and who should be 7?
Let's see. About to look at the Chargers wins real quick. So Chargers have they beat the Browns last week. They beat the Texans. They lost to the Jags. They're right there with the Chiefs. They beat the Raiders. So they have solid wins.
They have better wins than San Fran.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. So they need to go above San Fran.
And they have better losses than San Fran. They barely lost to the Chiefs, and the Jags were good at the time.
Yeah, Jags were hot.
And they were hurt. They were really hurt at that time when they lost to Jags.
Yeah, they were.
So Chargers are now 6. So here's our updated top 8. We have Philly 1, Buffalo 2, Kansas City 3, Bucks 4, Baltimore 5, Chargers 6, San Fran 7, Green Bay 8.
Yeah.
Now I'm saying Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas.
Dallas 9.
Dallas 9. Think Cincy can stay at 10. Because they didn't lose. They didn't lose. No. Put Cards. You put Cards at 10. Would you take Cincy or Cards right now?
The Cards had a way better. The Cards had me scared for my life, Dylan. I'm taking the Cards.
Be objective too. We're talking about those.
The Cardinals need to be higher than the Bengals. The Cardinals played amazing football. That defense that was so locked down, Dylan, they got a 3rd and 17 on a run play.
Okay.
The Cardinals look lethal, bro. AJ Green was tearing it up.
All right, we can put the Cards at 10.
So, okay, Dylan, now let's take a pause. They're going to be, what was Dallas originally?
They were 13.
And now they moved up to 9. I think they're going to be pissed that Dallas is below Green Bay, San Fran, and the Chargers.
They should be.
I agree.
Why should they be?
I'm just saying they was getting at us on TikTok.
Well, I do not care.
Okay, because you don't have to deal with TikTok wrath. Because you don't have to deal with that. Okay.
You don't have to either. If you don't
so we have the Eagles number 1, Buffalo number 2, Kansas City number 3, Tampa Bay number 4, Ravens 5, Chargers 6, San Fran 7, Green Bay 8, Dallas 9, Arizona 10, Bengals 11.
Yeah.
So who should be 12? Jets?
No, you moved up the Vikings before you moved up the Jets.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Vikings. Good one. So what was the Vikings originally?
They were 15.
Okay, look at us moving people up 3 spots. Look at you, Skull. So the Vikings moved up 3. Who else need to move up?
I guess next you can move up Tennessee. No. I'm sorry. Tennessee, did they win? I I think they won this week.
They barely won.
Who they play? They play the Commanders. Yeah.
And they barely won. Tennessee can stay.
They still won though.
I know, but we gotta. We still
have to move up over Denver.
Okay, yeah, but I haven't moved. Denver hasn't been placed on the board yet.
I'm saying, but we know they're gonna move up. We're talking about Tennessee.
Yeah, right now we're at 13. There's still plenty of room for them to be above Denver. Denver is about to take a huge tumble. Where's the rank?
Who's gonna jump above them?
Where was Denver originally?
16.
Denver was 16?
Yeah.
Okay, where's the Rams?
Oh yeah, we do have to place them.
The Rams need to get placed, and the Dolphins need to get placed.
Okay, so we'll put those two next.
Which one first?
The Titans.
I'll take the Dolphins over the Rams.
But we gotta remember the injuries though. We don't know when Tua or Teddy are coming back.
True.
So Rams.
Okay, that's true.
Rams, and then honestly, right now, you might want to put Tennessee over them just because we don't know the quarterback situation with the
Tennessee
Dolphins.
Over the Dolphins?
Yeah, just solely because of the quarterback situation. We don't know. Now I won't put them any more spots below. Like they can go right below Tennessee and then they can stay there. But
so where are we putting Tennessee? 14?
What number are we at right now?
14. So we have the Bengals at 11, the Vikings at 12, the Rams at 13. We need 14.
So yeah, Tennessee 14. Dolphins 15.
Okay. What about?
Do we move we don't know what's happening with the Raiders yet, but whether they look like they're gonna be competitive with Kansas City. So just because they're gonna be competitive with Kansas City, do we move them up over Jacksonville?
Where was Jacksonville originally?
12.
Jacksonville is still not on here for me. Jacksonville looked bad, extremely bad.
Wow.
What?
They did lose to the Texans. You're right.
They put up 6 points against the Texans.
Okay, so
okay, so this is still who needs to get placed. The Giants, the Raiders, so what was the Jags originally?
Jags were 12.
Jags are going all the way down.
So Giants need to make a big step up.
What was the Giants at?
20.
So the Giants could be at 16.
Jags could be 16.
The Giants?
Yeah.
Okay, what were the Jets?
Jets were 24. That's a big jump.
They were 24?
Yes.
I know they were playing now mind you, but that defense was it? They need to make a jump. Now, I'm not saying they need to jump to 17. So who's 17?
17 was the Tennessee Titans.
The Titans, that was our old 17. Okay, so Tennessee is now 14. Who is 17 now? Should the Raiders?
I think the Raiders should be 17 because no matter what, they're going to be competitive with Kansas City, and if they win, then that's good. If they lose, then that's not a bad loss. They're going to be competitive right here. So,
now if the Raiders beat Kansas City, that changes a lot.
It does.
Because if the Raiders beat Kansas City, they're not below the Giants.
Win. They're not. That's a good point.
So what was the Giants originally?
Giants were 20 originally.
Okay, so now they're 16. That's a nice little jump.
Yeah.
So Denver was 20.
Denver was 16.
And what does Denver need to get bumped down to?
Down below.
So do you think where do the Falcons go?
They got robbed, so they don't need to get moved down many. I think they honestly just need to get moved down one spot.
What were they?
They were 19. I think they should just get moved down to 20.
Okay,
honestly,
so
you could make a case they could stay at 19.
So what was Denver?
Denver was 16.
So Denver, what were the Jets?
24.
So should the Jets need to be higher than the Falcons?
Not necessarily. I would take the Falcons over the Jets.
I would take the Jets over the Falcons.
Let me check the Jets schedule out. Who are they? They played a busted Miami team. The Jets are 3-2. They lost to the Ravens. They beat the Browns. We beat the Browns. They lost to the Bengals. They beat the Steelers. We would beat the Steelers, and then beat a busted up Dolphins team. They can, just because of their record, I'll let them have it. They can be above the Falcons.
So the Jets are 19.
All right.
So the Jets went from what to 19?
24 to 19.
Okay. And again, before Tua went out, before Teddy went out, the Jets were still having a way.
It's a good win for them.
Okay, so the Broncos were what?
16.
And the Broncos are now, they need to be below a bunch. They need to be below the Browns. Do they?
I don't know if they need to be below the Browns.
All right, we got 5 minutes. Where's Jacksonville going? What was Jacksonville at first?
Jacksonville was 12.
So should we slide them in at 18? We got a gap at 18.
Yeah, put them at 18. Because I would take Jacksonville over the Falcons.
I don't even know if I would anymore. They just lost to the Texans.
That's true. You don't know. I really don't know either. It'll be a close game. I can say that.
So Jacksonville over the Jets?
No, we can't put Jacksonville over the Jets.
Jacksonville needs to be 19. The Jets 18.
Okay, yeah.
And then the Falcons.
Yeah, the Falcons 20.
Okay, so where are the Browns? Where's Denver going?
Denver needs to go below the Colts. The Colts need to move up. The Colts are at 23.
So the Colts can go 21.
Yeah.
And Denver 22.
Yeah. But would you take Denver over the Browns right now? The Browns just have bad defense. The Browns can score.
Okay, so Jets 18. Jags 19. Falcons 20.
Yeah.
Colts 21.
Yeah.
Browns 22. Okay. Denver 23.
Yeah.
Saints 24.
Yes.
What were the Saints? The Saints stayed put.
Saints moved up to.
They did?
Oh, no. Saints moved down to, because they were 22 and they moved down to 24, which makes sense because they lost.
And then we just got a little bottom feeders. Bears, Seahawks, Patriots, Washington.
Commanders, yeah.
Okay, so let me polish this up. Okay, so let me let you know what we got.
Okay.
So how far down did what was the change for Cleveland? Where were they originally?
They were 21 originally.
Okay, and so Cleveland moved up to Cleveland was 21?
Yeah, they were 21.
They moved down. Well, they lost, didn't they?
They lost. Yeah, they lost.
So they're 22.
Yeah, that makes sense. They lost to a solid Chargers team, so that makes sense. They only moved down one.
What were the Colts?
Colts were 23, so they only moved up like a spot.
So they moved up 2.
That's fine. Yeah, they moved above like the Saints, whatever.
Okay, so I like this. Yeah. So we have Philly number 1, number 1 block kick, banger. Straight Buffalo Bills, Kansas City, Tampa Bay, Baltimore, Chargers, San Fran, Green Bay, Dallas, Cards, Bengals, Vikings, Rams, Titans, Dolphins, Giants, Raiders, Jets, Jags, Falcons, Colts, Browns. Broncos, Saints, Bears, Seahawks, Patriots, Commanders, football team, whatever. Ketchup and mustard.
Ooh.
Steelers, Lions, Panthers, and come on, Houston won.
Panthers should go last. We can swap Panthers and Texans.
Okay, so I gotta
because Houston did later.
Okay, now I gotta do a whole bunch of stuff because we had Houston and the Panthers were stuck together. They were one thing. Now I gotta do the most to.
Oh.
How do I crop this? Pick monkey kind of. And we're running out of time.
Oh, we only got a minute, 18, 17.
Panthers don't even got a coach, and they don't got a quarterback. They just bench Bake.
Oh, I forgot they bench Baker.
Well, he's in a boot. They probably put him in that boot. All right, our updated power ranking.
There it is, less than a
All
minute.
right, so this is our week 6 power rankings. Of
Yes,
course,
sir.
y'all saw the behind the scenes, of course, in the comments. Let us know what y'all thoughts. Yeah, Birds on top. I would have put the Bills over the Birds if we won by the grace of God, but since we won by the fingertips of Milton Williams, the Eagles are still number 1, period. Big special teams, not the little one.
Big purr. All right, that's gonna do it for us. For Symone Stanley, I'm Dylan Matthews. Until we talk to y'all next time. Peace.